The Lahi twins joined the card pool this latest expansion, and yet no one's really talking about them. Both Latios and LATIOS require each other's presence in order to achieve their full potential. With 90 HP, Latios attack deals 20 damage, unless Latios is on the board. Then we up that to 40. This essentially makes Latios a Farfetch with 30 more HP, which is pretty damn good. While Latios is a fast attacker, LATIOS is a slower heavy hitter. Carrying an HP stat of 110, Luster Purge deals 120 damage for 3 energy. This is beyond impressive for a non-EX basic. As expected, there is a price to pay here. Once you click on Luster Purge, LATIOS will discard all energy attached onto it. This makes LATIOS a softer version of Pikachu EX, except LATIOS also has the fantastical floating ability. If LATIOS is on the board, LATIOS has no retreat cost. This ability provides LATIOS with 2 roles, an early game wall to tank damage with to then pivot out, and an end game finisher. Today's deck sacrifices raw power for pure disruption paired with reliable non-EX basic attackers. We shut down our opponent's supporter plays with Gengar and chip away at them to set up a LATIOS finish. Gengar and LATIOS are our sources of early game damage. We aim to capitalize on their quick energy efficient attacks to score a point early, as we build up energy onto LATIOS in the back to unleash our final blow. Since we run a total of 6 Psychic type basics, 1 copy of Morty can help us shut down our opponents even further. The supporter pairs extremely well with Gengar, as we can force our opponents to top deck useless supporter cards while Gengar's bother effect is in play. This combination leaves players top decking worthless cards, forcing them to fight with whatever board they manage to build up at that point. The Lahi twins are quite underrated and fit really nicely into the Psychic Control shell. Our lack of damage output will definitely be an issue in certain games, but the payoff from denying your opponent's useful top decks is worth it. What Pokemon should have the ground next? Leave a comment down below and we'll see what we can do. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It's free. It's good. Have a solid day. Enjoy the games. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's play some Gengar. I always am in the mood to play Gengar, except when we queue into darkness. What is this? I mean, we have the opener, we have the Gengar, but the problem is, you know, it's darkness, so it depends on what kind of lead we face off against here. Thankfully, they're going first, so that'll slow them down a little bit. But with this opener, we'd actually kind of prefer going first, as we can fire off with that. Okay, but it's a Darkrai going first, so that will slow them down considerably. It's Darkrai and interesting. We can shut down Sylveon. We can shut down Sylveon. If we were to somehow find LATIOS and LATIOS, I can actually pivot into LATIOS to take the hit initially. Okay, let's think about this. Does it make a difference? I want to deny their ability to play supporters. I need to think here, because we're definitely placing the energy here, but are we staying? 2 pings still deal enough damage to us, but we lose momentum while we can build up LATIOS to one-shot them, so I think I'm going to stay in here, yeah. There's a Sylveon. And the Magby. And the ping. Into a Lyre, okay. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I didn't expect the Lyra. And that ping on us actually matters. If this Darkrai comes in, it does get to one-shot us. But then again, this Darkrai is at range. So I think I do still evolve into Gengar. I prevent them from playing something like a Professor's Research here for this one turn. And I aim to basically finish them off. We got the Cyrus. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go for the Pokemon Communication. Because if I find another Latios, I can pivot into that Latios, and then I can freely switch into the other one. We don't find it though, unfortunately. So we're gonna place the energy here. We're gonna pivot. And hope that they don't happen to have a Sabrina in hand. Because now they definitely can't kill my Latios. Now they place the energy there. They have to pivot. No, you die. They didn't think that through. They did not think that through. We don't even need the Sire. What the hell? Oh, Morty, what a great top deck. We gotta attack fast for the intro! Latios! With the KO. Beautiful. Made it quite easier for us, actually. The Pokemon Communication could have doomed me, because by not finding the Latios, I was all of a sudden vulnerable to a Sabrina, essentially beating me. But I think the payoff of finding Latios and just guaranteeing the ability to bring that in immediately was really worth it, especially, you know, after I top decked that Cyrus, right? Having that Cyrus in hand means that I can pivot that's the thing, like I can pivot one Latios into the other one, because otherwise I need one more turn if they're not willing to engage with my Latios early. But yeah, I mean, we did what we had to do, and I'm not sure what the purpose of combining Darkrai with Silvally is, but I mean, they are just two good Pokemon, right? Even though their energy curve don't really mash super well together, but with Magby, things change, because as you see there, that's a combination that's it's been explored, but hasn't been as prevalent as perhaps it should be. Like, the fact that Darkrai requires two darkness energy makes it a pretty damn good recipient of a baby ramp. But we beat it. And now, beating darkness, I feel anything is possible. Round 2. And now we go first. I'd love to see that Gengar opener. And we got Latias. Good thing is we're facing an electric, and that means Oricorio is probably a part of their strategy, and that's something we don't really know. No, never mind. And we do get to one-shot this if we find... Oh, yeah. I'm going to go for the research before the Pokeball, because I want to be able to set up a powerful Morty that can slow down their development. Not quite the case, though, as I draw double Gengar. No Latias. I think I may want a red card here, just for the sheer threat. I also... I may have to resort to even though it's underwhelming, like this red card Morty combo. It's not ideal, but it's better than nothing. This allows us to really help against their, like, yeah, just giving them this and then this. As we cross flights. They could easily have a Professor's Research in hand, you know, like there's a lot of things that can happen here. They go for the Pokeball, but that means the other Pokeball remains in their deck, so they have the Sylveon. but there's no Eevee, so that Sylveon is dead. There's a Sylveon in their hand and something else. That's really good for us. They haven't played a single Professor's Research, so this is the time to just bring in Gengar and start dealing massive. Just shutting them down. As we draw into our own research, which is lovely. And we find the Latios. Beautiful. And, oh my god, we got double Gengar. Just like that, we got double Gengar, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I like that a lot. I want to shut them down. Their ability to, you know, play a top-decked Professor's Research. I want to deny that. So I'm going to bother. I'm going to bother and aim to shut them down this way. And we have, just like that, we have double Gengar. That's pretty crazy. We're going to focus on building up our Latios. In the meantime, they do find Dragonair. I repeat, they do find it. And they're gonna smack me with it. Really not expecting them to red card me. I want to surprise them with this other... Like, I don't want to show them this other Gengar. I want to make them stay with this Dragonair. I don't expect them to go for a red card when I have 3 cards in hand. Yep. Yes, sir. Surprise, mother. Oh, yeah. And there's Cyrus. Beautiful. Let's drop that Latios, that second Latios, which we're going to use to pivot. And deny them. No Professor's Research for them. This entire match. You love to see it. I just hope that they don't somehow find Rare Candy into Dragonair EX anyways. I guess that game was quite the bother for them. Their name is ChatGPT. It's a little bit sus. Psychic on Psychic. Ooh. Ooh, this Gengar lead. And there's Eevee. Okay, that's pretty perfect. This setup discourages red card to be played early. I don't want to play red card this early because Sylveon EX could be a thing. And they could play Professor's Research to counter it. And I want to make sure that I red card them after. Speaking of Sylveon, like some of you may be wondering why I'm not combining Gengar with Sylveon. Like it theoretically makes sense, right? Like, in fact, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are of the thought that give me a moment. Are of the belief that playing a psychic deck without Sylveon is just like, what are you doing, right? But that's actually not true. I think I kind of want to red card them here, though. They haven't played Sylveon yet. And I can really limit their draw here and deny them the Professor's Research. And all of a sudden, like, unless they have Sylveon in hand immediately, which could be a thing, right? Like, you never know. Or you can just automatically win. And the moment we draw into Morty, oh boy. Gengar with Morty is nasty. At first, when I was trying variations of this idea, I ran 2 copies of Morty because I just really love the combo, but I found myself like, Morty is one of those plays that you just try to set up to go for once in a game, really. And having slots open for Cyrus and Guzma is really helpful. And I don't know is particularly important alongside the Pokemon communication because we don't play something like Sylveon. But just to build up on that, like the reason why I'm not playing Gengar with Sylveon is because of the lack of damage output and board flexibility, right? 2 copies of Latias and 2 copies of Latios is the same amount of Pokemon as 2 copies of Eevee and 2 Sylveon. But the difference is Latios' ability to retrieve for free with Latias allows us to bring in Gengar early significantly more consistently. And on top of that, we get to run more basics, which enhances the power of our Morty. And by running these 2 Pokemon as well, we have a high-end attacker to pair with our 1 energy attacker. We can chip away at the opponent with Gengar's Bother and build up. We have another very efficient attacker in Latias, which is essentially a 90 HP Farfetch. And we get to run a Pokemon that can build up for 120 swing. And that while being able to lock your opponent down, I've tried both. Like I tried both approaches, and the difference in performance was insane. And it's just proof. I'm not trying to be edgy here for not playing Sylveon. This deck is just strictly better than Sylveon because our board is way more flexible. Our card draw is significantly weaker in that regard, but everything else about the deck is just a lot better. And I'm still a believer in Bother Gengar over Gengar EX. I just think I'd rather deal 50 damage for 1 energy with pretty solid bulk than 100 for 3. And also, we don't really care about Oricorio, which is a nice plus. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Round, I lost track. I mean, that was just like 2 games, right? Or 3? No, that was 3. Round 4. What do we got? Darkness. I mean, I like the Latios lead. As we can adjust, finding a Latias allows us to start smashing them quickly. But I really have to hope for a Latias, because we don't have the rare candy, nor the ability to pivot with this. It really comes down to that. It's basically like a 45% chance. Math. Is that really the case? 40% chance, more like it, right? Because with this Pokeball, I have 1 Latios, and then 2 Ghastlies, and 2, yeah, it's a 40%. A 40% chance to find Latias and pivot into it. And that would be really nice. That makes all the difference for our opener. When this deck gets going, it can be really strong, deceptively strong. Like it just completely shut down your opponent. But as a strategy, it is prone, like it is vulnerable to rough openers. Especially like drawing stuff like Gengar too early without the other pieces. Drawing too many of the supporters. That's why we play 1 Iono and 1 Pokemon communication, because we really want to handle the openers. And it's the same like baby into Darkrai. What are the odds of that? You know what top deck I want to see? It's always that professor's research. Can flip this hand around. I'm like talking to myself a lot because this person is taking like forever for each play, so I'm gonna wait for them to do something. I'll see you then. Yep. They literally roped all that away. I'm gonna go for the Pokeball. And now this Iono, I can actually... No, I can just kill them. I can kill them and just quickly, just like that, get out of this game. And not have this guy waste my time. Good. Same strategy. Defeated back-to-back. Easy. How about an actual game? Fighting, okay. We got that ghastly rare candy lead. That's promising. Nani. They can imitate. Ladies and gentlemen, they can imitate. I can't. I could play Morty, but they just shuffle anyways. So it's kind of like a weird scenario here to be in. And they just play that with a bunch of fossils, okay. Okay, so they draw one card off of it. And we have LATIOS. I think at this point I do want to play Morty just to have less cards in my hand and, you know, control what they can draw. Give them this. And then believe I like if I give them the rare candy, like I just guarantee them the Rampardos anyways, right? So if I do this into this and I'm able to find Gengar, I can shut down their draw. Like that's what I gotta believe in here. The question is, do they have another rare candy in hand? Because that could be the thing. They do have it. I just didn't know what they had. But with double LATIOS, I can fight back. I can most certainly fight back. Now I give them the Professor's Research, so you know that kind of bike fired on me. We pivot into you. And we pray. We quite simply pray that we can handle this Aerodactyl somehow. Like, we need to be able to pivot around it. But for some reason, they bring an A-Palm to the front. That's kind of weird. And they just Mars me with 2 cards in hand, improving my options. Let's go for the Pokeball, get that last Gengar here. And let's go for the research. So yeah, that Mars helped me. That Mars helped me considerably. Okay, so knocking this out doesn't really accomplish much. But as they bring in the Aerodactyl, I can bring in my Gengar afterwards and I can start building you up. What's the problem with this approach, though? How do I deal with this Aerodactyl? They just dealt too much damage. I basically gotta pray that they don't find the they don't find the Rampardos here. Because the game plan is to pivot around their hits like this. Just one more turn. One more turn where they don't draw Rampardos. That's all we need. Actually, they need the rare candy too. Ah! Oh, the pivot! Oh, baby, the pivot. Oh, yeah. Oh, clean. Oh, that was pretty. That looked really bad because they got that Rampardos super quickly, and we just could not react to it. And man, it's so unfortunate that Gengar's retreat cost is 2. I think that's nonsense, man. I think the card is fine if it had a retreat cost of 1. There's so many issues that stem from that, like the fact that I just couldn't pivot with it immediately denied my ability to build up the LATIOS to begin with. So I had to put the energy on it. So next turn I could place the energy and retreat it, pivot with that, and you saw just like maneuver around my opponent's attacks. That was like the only way I was winning. I mean, they need to find another rare candy and Rampardos, so it wasn't just one card that they were searching for. And they just seem to have like a bunch of other fossils. Like what the hell was that? I mean, it doesn't really matter what the deck is, really. If you play if you find Rampardos early. Like I would just fight against Rampardos into Aerodactyl, which is really strong. And everything else, they were just kind of like extra, just ways for them to just draw those pieces super fast. And I thought I was getting dunked on it. But you never quit. Let's keep going. Okay. God, that was a game. Fire. Ooh. 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 Heat tackle me. I dare you to heat tackle me. I'm gonna go for the Pokeball here, but I'm not going to deploy anything because I have a Pokemon communication and I can seriously like do some damage here by hunting for the Gengar. And win if they don't play anything else. And I don't even need to do that. Oh, I can't even talk. I don't even need to do that. Easiest game of my career, ladies and gentlemen. We go from the most like sweating game of my career against that all fossil random bullshit go to this. What do we got? Fighting. That's something I like to see. Unless it's that fossil. Okay. I haven't ran into Cleffa in a minute. What kind of fighting show would want Cleffa? Perhaps a one with a stage 2 evolution? Why is it never actually fighting types, man? That I can hit super effectively. See, like I do it. I knew it. Maybe they run stuff like they probably run Pichu. This is looking like one hell of a red card, though. Now the question is, yeah, I want a Pokeball before I research because I already have 2 Ghastlies. Latias and Latios I'll draw into eventually, but I need to draw a Rare Candy and yeah. So I'm gonna red card them because that's just way too many cards. That's ridiculous. Like no. You gotta slow down. I'm gonna drop Latias and Latios. And I'm gonna suffocate them. Yeah, no, that red card was absolutely necessary. We got a lot of value from it. They would have 7 cards in hand. No, they have 4. And given that Commo-o, I think it's the name, is a stage to evolution, we definitely slow that down. Now is when cards like Morty could be awesome. They're back to drawing. We gotta get rid of this thing. Effective immediately. Pokeball first. Thin the deck. Another Latios there. We want to build this one in, and we're going to research. A little bit of science, you know what I'm saying? Oh, eesh, close, close. Let's put the energy here. And let's suffocate again. Because 20 damage is all we need to knock that out. And they need electric energy. I don't even know if they play it, to be honest. Maybe they play Pichu instead. Yep. That makes sense, but that slows them. That slows them down even further. What is Commo's HP? I actually have no idea. I like that Pokemon communication there. Give me a moment. Commo, Pokemon Pocket. You have 150 HP, but you take plus 30 damage, so my attack one-shots you, Commo. Commo, my attack kills you. So I'm gonna go for this Pokemon communication and believe that Gengar comes to me. It's a pretty damn high chance. There we go. Thing of beauty. And now we shut them out. Now we shut them out, ladies and gentlemen. And I can see myself going for the Iono, to be honest, just to disrupt them a little bit. And to enhance our chances of drawing into Morty. We kill Pichu. 2 babies down. That's how we do it. That's how we roll. We don't give them a chance to mature. We knock him out at the crib. And now Latios one-shots it. Oh, yeah. This is the thing with this deck. Like, a lot of the wins, like, they seem kind of like anticlimactic, but it's kind of what Gengar does. Once you have your opponent in that position, you just checkmate them, right? Like, they can't play supporters. They have to find their pieces. And you got a Latios ready to hit for 120. So that's really the gist of it. Like, it just... There's a lot of concedes happening. Like, you very rarely actually end the game with an attack. It's just part of the package. Let's go for final one. Final boss. Here we go. Final boss. Going first. Against fighting. Is it actually fighting types, though? Or is it ground types? Or whatever this is. Okay, Porygon. Porygon could be a problem, actually. Let's go for the research first. Rare candy into Latios. I kind of want to go for this because if I find Ghastly, I could really... Yeah, I could set up a quick Gengar. We just uses Latios as a sponge. As a wall. They ram us. I want to go for this. Even though we have double rare candy. 2 rare candies. Like, this hand is just too much late game going on. Wow. What the hell? That's insane. That's actually insane. That's the best Iono of my career. Holy. And that's the perk. Can't do that with Sylveon. And you can't play supporters. Whatever you got, you got. Okay, Rampardos. They don't even ram me. They don't even bother. They don't even care. We're gonna go with another Latios and we're gonna start building it up immediately. So we can end the game. And I'm gonna bother again. I mean, I would assume at this point that I do have Rampardos. But Latias and Latias can seal the deal against that. And if it's something else, like oh man. Oh, that's all I need. Like one turn to enable this Latios at full force, and this game is over. They can't play any supporters. And why not? Yeah, this is fine. It's not toxic at all. No. I mean, they're fighting. They're not giving up. You gotta commend them for that. There it is. They got it anyways. Ladies and gentlemen, they got it anyways. This is far from over. But now is where Morty comes into play, ladies and gentlemen. Now is where Morty is everything. Let's just send Latios to the front because we can pivot with it for free anyways. And we're going this. And we're going this and see what they got. Okay, so they got a Mars, which is pretty useless. So I'll give them that. Then they got a Pokemon communication. What could be like they could be missing one of these two pieces. So I'm gonna put the Pokemon communication there, encourage them to play it, and then right after that, I mean, if they had Rare Candy, I think they would have played it. So I think they're missing Rare Candy, so I'm going with this. And I could blow this back, but why not just preserve my attack for something else as we send in Latias to the front? Now they top deck Mars. So a useless draw. Celestic Town Elder, okay, so they have that and Mars. So I'm happy I gave them the Pokemon communication after. Because it's gonna shuffle their deck. And the thing is, yeah, they can't afford to do that. They cannot afford to do that, so why not just send you in? I mean, we know for a fact that they're not going to be able to attack me next turn anyways. So why not just build up the hit from this? And just smack him here, because we know what they're drawing now. They're drawing Pokemon communication. So they're going to Mars me, which is going to draw me 2 cards, so it does nothing. We get Guzma. We haven't played Cyrus, right? Nope. Very good chance of drawing to Cyrus, and that just pretty much seals the deal. That pretty much seals it. Yep. Let's just put the energy here. And get the kill on this. Because then it's just a matter of stalling. I cannot give them a point. The moment I give them a point, they can actually tie with a Rampardos hit. We know we have, out of the 2 cards left, we have a Cyrus. So we're setting up for a Latias finish here. There it is. I gave them Rare Candy, didn't I? I couldn't have known. I could not have known, but my Latios can tank it. That's the whole point. I'm not giving them points, and I just get drawn to Cyrus. And it's literally the last card in my fucking deck. Do your opponent's next turn attacks used by the defending Pokemon. So that just means the defending Pokemon. During your opponent's next turn, attacks used by the... I'm worried that this is bugged. I'm legitimately worried this is bugged. No, I can attack. Okay, cool. Let's go. Good game. Good match. We had to draw the entire deck. And had no space for Gengar. It was all Latios and Latias in the end. But we're able to apply great pressure at the beginning. And that was a really fun match. Fun session overall. I do think I got quite lucky in some games. Because this deck definitely is fun, but has a lot of really poor openers. And struggles. You know, we're sacrificing damage overall with for disruption, and whenever you do that in Pokemon Pocket, you can just get absolutely trampled in some matchups where they just have really strong openers and you just don't have the combos that you need early on. So we're susceptible to like aggressive decks that deal a lot of damage quickly, which is a good portion of the meta. But if we find our pieces right and we sequence properly, like we can shut down a lot of things. And that's, you know, that's what Gengar ultimately has always been, right? But it was good stuff. I think we got some dope games. Love you. Have a soul day. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.